Thank you tonight. Ugandan opposition leader Bobi Wine, who is still kept under house arrest by the country's military, has filed an arbitrary detention complaint to the United Nations. Bobi Wine's home in Kampala has been surrounded by the army since the day after Uganda conducted presidential elections. Bobi Wine challenged longtime leader Yoweri Museveni and lost, but has since rejected the poll results. Human Rights Watch has said that the lead-up to elections was characterized by widespread violence and human rights abuses. Joining us now is Nigerian human rights lawyer Femi, who is also a lawyer for Bobi Wine on the UN arbitrary arrest application. Femi, good evening, and thank you very much for joining us on News at
Good evening.
Prime.
My pleasure.
How rife is this application of this trend where states seem to intimidate those who are, I suppose, running for office in various parts of the region?
Well, it is very unfortunate that we are witnessing such horrendous violations of human rights in Africa because you do not have moral leaders like the late Madiba, that's the late Nelson Mandela, to speak up for Africa. And right now, it's a litany of dictators harassing the African people. In the case of Uganda, you have a man who has been in power for over 35 years, being challenged, and is playing the usual game. In 2016, this guy, President Yoweri Museveni, kept in detention in a similar manner for 6 weeks. The opposition leader then, Mr. Kiza Besigye. And that is what he's doing now. And while Bobi Wine is being kept in detention, is to prevent him essentially from filing a petition before the court in Kampala so that the legal or the highly flawed election will not be challenged. Yeah. That is the purpose. And to intimidate him and his supporters. Yeah. Bobi Wine, his wife, yeah, and his supporters, another friend, Moses Boyo, yeah, are held up in the house, right, for the past 9 days without any charge, without any basis in law. And that is why
Femi, I am out of time, so I'm going to quickly say to you in 30 seconds, do give me a sense of what is Bobi Wine's option and why is he going to the UN?
Well, he has contested an election. He's going to challenge the fraud that marked the election, but right now he's challenging his detention before the United Nations Working Group on arbitrary detention. We file a complaint, it's being looked into, and we're expecting that a decision will be made any moment from now.
And if the decision goes in favor of Mr. Bobi Wine, what will the Ugandan country or state be forced to do?
Well, we are going to ensure compliance if we have a ruling in favor of Bobi Wine and his wife. And I can assure you, there can be no justification. I mean, take for instance, his wife did not contest election. His wife has not been alleged to have committed any offense. Even in the case of Bobi Wine, there can be no basis for illegal detention without trial. So there is no defense to the ongoing harassment of his person. And we're going to make an example of this case so that President Museveni does not treat the people of Uganda like a conquered, doesn't treat that country like a conquered territory.
Yeah. Femi Falana, appreciate your time. That was Nigerian human rights lawyer representing Bobi Wine in this particular case. Well, you've got your newsfeed late night coming up next. That's where we're going to have to leave it for tonight here on News at Prime. For Newsroom Africa, Channel 405, I am Thabo Mvuli. Thank you for your privilege of your time tonight. Stay safe and distant. Goodbye.